Guys, welcome back. Danny again with Athlete's Potential. We're doing part 2 of treating the shoulder today. And what we're going to do is go after the back of the shoulder, and in particular to the rotator cuff muscles, and show you how to, kind of some subtle changes of position, of pressure, how we can affect each one. Okay, so again, we're going to use a lacrosse ball, or you can use a tennis ball for this, or I've got a yoga tune-up ball. Again, Jill Miller, she's hands down has got the best balls on the market. Hashtag, that's what she said. Here's the deal. We're going to go after the infraspinatus first. So if we find the shoulder, it probably sounds like foreign language if you don't know anatomy, but the shoulder blade is a connection point for the four rotator cuff muscles. Okay, so two of them are our infraspinatus and our Teres minor. Okay, so if you find your shoulder blade, you can feel it. It's this flat bone on the back. You have what's called the spine of the shoulder blade. So where the upper trap is, if you bring your hands just down from that until you feel this kind of bony ridge, that's the spine of the scapula or shoulder blade. Once you find that, we're going to come just below that into the kind of soft tissue just underneath it. That's where our infraspinatus muscle is, okay? So find that, kind of feel around on that, on the bone, and see what you find. This tends to be really junky on most of our athletes that have pain right here. And if you're watching this and you have pain right here, this is probably going to be a great one for you to do. When I get athletes and they say, my shoulder hurts right here, the first thing I do is dry needle this muscle. And I'm always just amazed with how much release we get from the infraspinatus in particular, okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the ball, we're going to put it on the wall just below that spine of the shoulder blade, okay? So find that, roll around until you feel kind of a tight spot. You can take your feet, put them a little bit further away from the wall so that you actually can get a good bit of pressure through there. If you're not feeling a whole lot, you can actually lay down on the ground and do this as well, okay? Or use a lacrosse ball, which would be a little more pressure. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our arm, we're going to find that spot. Once we've found it, we're going to give a little bit of pressure there to hold the ball in that position. We're going to take our hand, we're going to reach up over our head, and then I want to turn my thumb in, okay? So back down, I'm going to raise up, and then my thumb turns in, or the thumb would turn away from me at the very end. So try to rotate that arm in, okay? So we're going to go get a few pass-throughs here, try to get about 30 passes of raising that arm and turning the hand in. And then we'll switch to the next technique, which would be for the Teres minor. Okay, so Teres minor comes off kind of the lower half of the shoulder blade. So if you find your shoulder blade, we found the spine, right? The lateral border, the outer side, is where our kind of that big lat musculature is. But you can find the actual point of it, the bottom of it, which is kind of the point of the triangle, would be for me right here. Okay, so I want to come up a little bit from that. Or if you find your armpit, if you grab all that muscle right there, on the back side is where we're going to want to put the ball. Okay, so we're going to take the ball, we're going to put it right there. We're going to be at an angle, kind of, if this is the wall, we're going to be at a 45-degree angle, our body is, adding pressure to that point that we just found. And what we're going to do is we're going to slowly raise that arm overhead. Don't have to worry about rotating the hand at all with this one. We just want to raise straight up. Try to give some pressure there so that it doesn't move. You can even take your hand, you can reach behind your back, raise up, just get some movement through there and try to get it to release. And the last thing we want to do is we want to take our arm and we want to pull it across as we go through this. So it'll kind of just shear against the muscle, which is a nice way of kind of opening it up, okay? So try to get about 30 pulls, raises, some combination of 30 movements with each one of those. All right, see if you can get rid of some of that junky issue that we have on the back of the shoulder. See how it works out for you guys. Leave us a comment and let us know what you think. If you got any questions, let us know. Watch out for next time. Part 3 is coming up.